and welcome to ASL Basics with Miss Colleen. I recommend this program for children 6 and up, but you're never too early or too late to start trying to learn a new language. Today, our focus is going to be on colors and shapes, so this should be a fairly short lesson today. So first, we're going to start off with colors. The sign for color, or colors, colorful, is you kind of twinkle your fingers right around your chin area. So colors, your colors, something is colorful, so you have a shirt that's very colorful. And we are going to start with our more basic colors. We're going to start with red. The color red, we take our index finger and put it right near our lip and bring it down. Red, red. So you don't have to actually touch your lip. You'll see some people might actually touch their lip or touch their chin. You don't have to actually touch your face if you don't want to. You can just do it in the general area. Red. And then for pink, we take our P. You remember our P from our ABCs, our alphabet. And take your middle finger and again make the same motion right at your lip and chin area. Pink. So red and pink. And we do those colors there because that's generally the colors of people's lips, or say if you have lip gloss or lipstick on, makes it red or pink. Orange, you take a hand and kind of squeeze it right in front. You want your thumb and index finger to be kind of right near your chin. So orange. Orange. And then the rest of our basic colors are very easy. You just take the first letter of their word. So for yellow, you'll use a Y and you just shake it in the air. So yellow, the same thing for green. Blue, we take a B. And for purple, we take our P, purple. So yellow, green, remember our G, B for blue, P for purple. So now we'll move on to some of our more neutral colors. So white, take an open hand, hover it right in front of your chest, and then bring it out and make sure all your fingers touch. So white, white, very good. Gray, you can either do it with your fingers straight or with them curved. And you can go gray, gray. It's a very in-between color. So the fingers kind of pass in between each other. Gray. For black, we take our index finger and just drag it along the forehead. Black. Black. The color brown, we take our B again and you drag it along the side of your face. Brown. And we do the same thing for tan. This time we take a T and bring it down your face. Tan. And gold, we touch our earlobe and then we bring it out and we do a Y for yellow because gold is kind of yellowy shade. So gold. And we do the same kind of motion for silver. We touch our earlobe and then bring it out and make an S and shake your S. Silver. Silver. And we touch our ear because, again, this is normally where someone would wear an earring, and those are generally made out of gold or silver. Now, if you want to describe a shade a little bit more specifically, you would use the terms light. So you could say something as a light blue or a light pink. And then if something is dark, we use the term dark. It's kind of like shadows coming down over your face. Dark blue or a dark red. However, if you wanted to say a very specific shade of color like turquoise or maroon, you would finger spell that word because you would go through a lot of signs for many different colors trying to describe those words to someone. when it would just be easier to fingerspell it and tell them exactly what color you're thinking of. And now we are going to learn our shapes. So shapes are fairly simple. For the most part, you're just going to draw the shape in the air. So for a circle, you want to have a starting point for your circle. This is your starting and ending point. Imagine your finger is your pencil. You're going to start at your starting point and just come around. You can do it either vertically this way, or you can also put your finger upwards and do a circle horizontally also. So either way, I've seen both. I've also seen people just draw a circle in the air. For a square, you're going to take both index fingers and you're just going to draw a square. Now if you have a really big square, you can draw it really big. You can also draw it really small. And again, our triangle, same idea. We're just going to draw it. Bring your fingers out and then bring them straight back together for a triangle. Same idea for diamond, but we have to make sure that when we do our diamond, we're going to go out, kind of pause there, and then you're going to continue going downwards to bring them together. Because diamond is kind of like having two triangles. But you don't want to do that. So I'm going to make a diamond. A star is a little bit different. We use this for star. So this is the same that you would use if you were talking about the stars in the sky. You would also use it for the shape because it's a rather awkward and busy shape to try to draw out in the air. So we do star. For a crescent shape, you do the sign for moon. You take what is called a bent L. So remember our L, and you're going to bend it. Just curve your thumb and index finger in. And you're going to touch it about your eyebrow and bring it out and up, like the moon rising. So this is what you would use for a crescent shape, is the moon. And then for a heart, again, you can just draw it in the air with your index fingers. I have seen some do it with an open 8 before of that, but usually that is done around the heart to symbolize like the Valentine or love or something like that associated with the heart symbol. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube for more updates and for more programs. You can also go to cctexas.com/library, where you can see a list of all of our wonderful virtual programs done by all the librarians here in the Corpus Christi Public Libraries. You can also see our new online browsing option for new book alerts, author checks, and our book newsletters. And these are a few resources that we have here at our library, some books that we have that you could put on hold and pick up curbside. We also have Hoopla and Access 360 have some awesome resources too. And these are just some wonderful suggestions for those of you wanting to move a little bit further ahead. These are some vocabulary websites where you can type in a word and find out the sign for it. And then we have some awesome YouTube channels that do little mini lessons. They're usually about 5, 6, 7 minutes. And they're usually all in sign, but they do have subtitles. So you can read along and understand what you're seeing. That's a really great way to further your learning of sign language. All right, I hope to see you guys next time.